Yeah, very good evening, listeners. You're in tune to DJ Modern Girl, who's bringing you all the latest from artists both new and old. Yeah, well, tonight's special guest, O'Shea Oscar Slater, who's better known as Alobai, was born in the cool hills of the Content Gap in St Andrews, Jamaica. Yeah, very good evening, Alobai. Thank you for taking your time to speak with me tonight.
Yeah, most definitely, Modern Girl. It's a pleasure to be joining you guys tonight.
So, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, of course, Alibi, as you know already in my bio, I was raised up in Jamaica in Content Gap, St. Andrew. That's most in the St. Andrew area, close to Blue Mountain. Growing up, loving music from a tender age. You know what I mean? I went to this primary school, Content Gap Primary School, where I used to participate in a lot of musical festivals, like for doing stuff for the school, you know what I mean? So that's where I really got the really musical, inspiration from, because I was like a good player of kete drums, you know. So that's where I started out, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So, what age did you actually begin writing music?
Well, the first inspiration I got, is like when I was at school, we used to all the vibes, playing desktop, playing rhythms on the desktop, like beating the board, so that's where I started to I used to sing other people's songs until I say, hey, I wanted to see how talented I am. So I challenged myself to start writing music, and that's where I really realized that I can do this, So as I tell you, I was doing this from a tender age. I mean, I've been doing music for over 16 years now because I was brought up in music.
Okay. So, I understand that you discovered an outstanding beat maker called Noel Small.
Yeah, well, actually, Noel Small, we are from the same community. We were brought up together, we raised up as one, we are from the same community, we attend the same schools, so it's like we're very close. So we decided to start to form a team, you know because in my community there's not a lot of musicians, like maybe like churchgoers or people or those kind of music, but not many people in the entertainment industry. So we were like saying that we wanted to start our own production, and me and Noel come together, and he was a good player of drum in church, so that's where he got his inspiration to build beats. So we come together and say, hey, yo, we're gonna do this. He as the composer and I am the writer, so that's where we basically join hands and say, yo, let's do this. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. And what is the name of your song that you have composed and written with? What you've written with Noel.
Yeah, well, Noel is also the beat. He's the beat maker of the Clark song. The Clark song that I just recently released. He's the one who built that rhythm. But the Life Goes On was done by some other people who I was working with in the past. I work with quite a few people, but Noel Small is the one who I really share most of the musical time with.
Yeah, well, let's take a listen to your new song. It's called Clarks. I really like the artwork for this song. You've got your English Clarks on there, your English Clark shoes.
Like, yeah, thank you. Respect every time, man. And the song is also about the England, because back in the days, England was the place for Clarks, and even still the place for Clarks, Yeah.
So you have a pair of Clarks yourself, then, do you?
Can you repeat?
Do you have a pair of Clarks yourself?
Of course, I have many Clarks, but they has to be from England.
Yeah, they're very comfy shoes, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. And Clarks is part of our Jamaican culture. Like wearing a Clarks is not just wearing a shoe. It's like Clarks is like it's Jamaicans love Clarks, and it's a part of our culture. Growing up, my dad, my grandparents, they love Clarks. So it's a Jamaican thing. Yeah.
Nice colours as well. So let's take a listen to your track Clarks.
Yeah, man.
How can I been? Me not being fake, only the dust me knock off. Fake, I'm in the being fake, dust me knock off. Hey, watch out now, sweet clean genuine and I let down me shoes well stitch and it's stamping England town. Even customizing me bread on me street so you can't find no one no nowhere downtown. And you can't find it if you're uptown. Can't hockey them might get turned down. Which desert king, desert clocks and easy step and me put a that around the compound. Me a rock clocks from in a grade one bank of a wallaby me cousin have a grey one. Clear cheese sweet black like bacon clocks and my phone me a step like spaceman. Can't tell when lost me wear sneakers. Spark up in Nike and dash where you need us. Straight jeans and a brand new weavers. No one then Gucci might get a feature. The clocks and me foot them a prep. Straight from England them a ship. Mesh marine up in my shit. Brand new leather clocks don't need any polish. Clocks and me foot them a prep. Straight from England them a ship. Mesh marine up in my shit. Brand new leather clocks don't need any polish. Rain a fall, and when a dog park up a straight jump for the bad leather clocks. I know China this configure dog, me no beat for your cold in the dust, me no cough. Which yang, pound them a cast, well stitch, crowd it a jar. Never got England from a band, but a England brand me got on.
Yes, Alibi, what a track there.
Me a the teacher, lamb shade if you're not sweet cleaner.
I love the lyrics in that song.
Yeah, and thank you very much, man. You know, it's just, you know, if it's not lyrics, you know, when you listen to Alibi, you always like try to bring across some different kind of lyrics, you know, things that people are not saying in their songs, you know. So you can definitely expect that.
So what style of music is it? Is it dancehall?
Yeah, well, it's dancehall, you know. I mean, authentic dancehall, you know, because you know most of like these days, you know, I find that you know people are mixing up the beats, you know, with the trap music and you know the crossover. But for me, I really love the dancehall, the real authentic dancehall side of it, you know.
So I understand that you opened a recording studio with Noel Small. Is that right?
Yeah, definitely. We are located in the hills of Saint Andrew. Also, we are Noel Small is also nominated. He was nominated for a Grammy. You know, in one of his projects. You know, previously. You know, so he's doing well. You know.
And have you had any like fame come out of your studio as yet?
Well, yeah, we have a lot. We work with a lot of artists, you know, like famous artists. But for to discover talents, we haven't reached that we haven't crossed that bridge yet, you know. But we are getting there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's good. At least you're doing your bit to you know, for the community as well.
Of course, definitely.
So in 2017, you released your single "Life Goes On" for Born Free Records.
Yeah.
You want to tell us a bit about this song?
Well, to be honest with you, that song was released in 2017, and as you know already, it was produced by Born Free, you know, and that song, you know, it quite did a lot for me, you know, because you know that's my first release. You know, I had, you know, over the years, like, you know, and it really did a lot for me because that song actually helped me to go to Europe. You know, I went to so much places, you know, to perform that song, and also in Jamaica. You know, it's known to play under the radio stations in Jamaica, the famous radio stations. So you know, it was a good project. You know, I don't have any regrets about that song, and you know, the rhythm and everything was properly produced. You know, it was a live instrument, and at that time when I got that rhythm, also, you know, a lot of big artists was on that rhythm, and when I got it, I was like, yo, you know, I need to show myself, I need to show my skill, my talent. So I went and do my homework and say, hey, I have to write something different on this track. So, you know, that's my outcome. You know, yeah, life goes on.
And where did your inspiration come from for this song?
Well, it was come from myself, you know, based on the things that I was going through. You know, I was going through a lot in the past. Even, you know, I'm not gonna hide it financially. You know, right around, right across the board, I was going through a lot of stuff. So, that's where, I got everything just came out, like the song was already written inside my head, it was just need to record.
Oh, cool. So let's take a little listen to your track Life Goes On then.
Yeah, definitely.
Them for no say lullaby. Since lately, it no matter what the circumstances may be. Hey, wanna think positive and I see clearly. The struggles and the fight me overcome it daily. But little do they know, that's not the way we grow. One captivate your mind, but we have to stay free. This world we living in is like modern slavery. So me take on my journey from early, cause life goes on and on. My journey goes on and on. So I want you done and on, yeah. On and on and on. Life goes on and on. My journey goes on and on. So I want you done and on, yeah. On and on and on, yeah. So, one heap of youth fall victim in the street. Another mother ball, another white sheet. Feel like we give up, but me just can't do it. Politician, them a go and let them no see. Yeah, when I farm and I travel from, hey, bandits are on the gravel. Yeah, one heap of struggles man facing a Babylon, but still I not do no wrong. I go and shut down. My journey goes on, and life goes on and on, yeah, on and on and on. So I want you done and on. My journey goes on, and life goes on and on, yeah, on and on and on.
Yeah, nice lyrics in that tune there, Alibi.
Thank you.
It's like that you're trying to say that you're staying humble even though, it's a bit difficult for you out there.
Yeah, man, most definitely,
So how is things in Jamaica at the minute with the violence and...
Well, Jamaica is always good for me, I don't even know, I can't even say, about anything about the violence because I'm not surrounded by that, where I'm at in Jamaica is always cool, always nice. I do agree that you find, 1 and 2 violence in Kingston, but it doesn't affect me, even when I'm in Kingston, I don't see that, you know what I mean? So Jamaica is good for me, you know what I mean?
Oh, good. But what struggles do you have over there in Jamaica yourself? Is it like jobs and...
Well, to be honest with you, like, yeah, you will find that. But for me, as you know already, I'm a musician. So I try to stick to my craft, because the moment you try to do many things, that's when you get confused. And that's where you lose focus. So I try to stick to my music and try to write, daily. I try to get better on my craft, think about stuff that I want to do, So I only focus on music, currently, you know what I mean? And it's always been like that for me,
And do you write lyrics for other people as well as yourself?
Well, I wouldn't say I write music for other people. I help them, I don't, because when you write music for other people, then you're basically saying that you're collecting royalties. Sometimes you're in the studio and, you're holding a vibe. You would just say, hey, you can say this and, you can do it this way. I would give people advices. Doesn't mean that I'm writing for them, you know what I mean?
Okay, understand. So you have another track out, is it called Problem?
Yeah, I have a track. Yeah, that track was released. It was released before the Clark song, and that song was done by me and Surprise. And he's actually living in my community also. So everybody you see, where I do music with at the moment, we live in the same community, and we grew up together. So, I tend to share the love.
Yeah, good. So let's take a little listen to your track. And what is this song based about? What is the meaning of this song?
basically, people might look at it and say this is a violent song, but as I say, I'm a musician and I try to do music not for myself but for people. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean that I'm gonna do what people desire. It's just that you're trying to please the crowd, and that's what musicians are here for. You know what I mean? So yeah, I like, and that song is just based upon me telling people that it's just self defense.
Okay. Let's take a little listen then to this track.
And as I say, there, yeah.
Go on, sorry, after you.
No, I was just saying that's one of my other side, because I tend to do all kinds of music, all genre. I do Afro, reggae, dancehall. It doesn't matter for me as long as it's uplifting people and people can get the vibes from it. Then I'm okay.
Yeah, Life Goes On's got a good vibe to it, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like a bit of dancehall lovers, isn't it? Together, mixed together.
Yeah. And as I say, you can hear. I'm very surprised when it comes on to music. Tomorrow you probably hear a different alibi. I don't stick to one thing. And that's the thing. I try to show people my style, my versatility. Like I try to say, hey, I do reggae, dancehall, Afro, and many people would say that, yo, it doesn't sound like you, but it's still me.
Yeah, well done. Well, let's take a listen to your song Problem.
Yeah.
Surprise them. Oh, the suspect. Murder. Everything we drop money goes boy. No joke. What's your side? Just take the bank in our fire cross. Load me and no tire mark, is it? Nobody even came, let's go over the circle everybody one time.
Anywhere we pull up a problem, pussy from your distilling car dead. Gunshot we stuck in a boy, yeah. None of them can sell on a market. None of them killing them no in the target. Pull up on them in the market. Don't be afraid like how we can't wait. Look how you cause a little family out there.
Yeah, no. Hey, we walk with it. Action down, do not put no thought in it. Shuffle with the money, come and never part with it. As I this I get to kick, me never wait for last minute. 6 piece swelling on my western cement. Take time, load up the bubble and spin it. Anytime you stumble, think the feed past spin it. So don't fuck yourself on the pay your visit.
Anywhere we pull up a problem, anywhere. Pussy from your distilling car dead. Gunshot we stuck in a boy, yeah. None of them can sell on a market. None of them killing them no in the target. No. Pull up on them in the market. Don't be afraid like how we can't wait. Look how you cause a little family out there. Full of gun will leap way, dog comedic. Blood will leak it, no rum no needed. When I run down people, we know don't need lift. Just run in a vehicle, then we run out tree clip. And my girl love her badness, she do the cleaning. Pull on a rifle, I long grease it. Would I swear Victoria to the way she keeps secret. And if you can't hear, then you go feel it.
Believe it. Anyway, we pull up at the engine fence with the 4-4 fly but like breaker. If you see even a one more tick, me safe on 20 in the clip, one in the chamber. When me find this and a farmer spray crap, this left a impact lodging on your head mark.
Yeah, enough respect, Alibi.
Definitely, thank you.
So I've uploaded all your details onto this interview, your WhatsApp number and Instagram, Facebook, also your webpage. What services are you able to offer to anyone who's listening?
Well, I would just say, you can follow Alibi at Alibi official. It's Alibi_official for my Instagram, and for my Facebook it's Alibi Slater. And if anybody here are interested in jingles, dub plates, then you can reach me on Instagram, Facebook, or my WhatsApp number. You know what I mean? And I really send out my blessings to each and everyone who is listening right now. Thank you for taking the time out to listen to what Alibi has to offer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, respect for also, agreeing to do the interview. We got there in the end, didn't we? So.
Yeah, and I also have to say big respect to DJ Modern Girl also, Keep on doing what you're doing. It's a good look. I like the whole vibe and the energy.
Oh, thank you. You too, Alibi, and we'll be in touch again soon. Maybe have another interview next year.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much, and I'll be looking forward for that. You know.
Yeah, enough respect. All right then.
All right then. Respect and guidance every time.
Yeah, bless up all listeners. That's Alibi Slater. You can follow him on Instagram, WhatsApp, Twitter, all the usual platforms. So
yeah. And one more thing, people, you can go and stream my music on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, you know, you name it, any digital platform, you know, it's there.
Yeah, check this artist out.
It's for everyone.
This is Courtney Melody representing for DJ Modern Girl. Deal! Ha 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 ha! She don't play. Eats. Deal with it!